Hello everyone, my name is Lily and welcome back to another episode of Alan Wake. I know we've been here for quite a long ass time, but there's so much happening. Okay, so we've pretty much cleared off 1, 2, and 3, so I guess we're gonna go to 4 now. Okay, I gotta be, wait. Okay, the elevator's here. Gotta be really careful because we have some enemies coming after our asses that we don't really have a lot of ammo for, so let's just hope that we can get some more ammo. Otherwise we're kinda in it to lose it, which is really not what I'm here for, but we have to have faith that we will find some ammo. Map updated. Can I just take a look? Not level 4 threshold manifestation. Okay. That was level 3 though. Right? Just take it easy. Oh my god.
Error. Please hold.
This is not level 4.
Please hold. Please hold.
Okay. Well, this reminds me so much of the mold from the oldest house, and that was also from a threshold event, so it makes a lot of sense. But so unsettling. I hate this painting so much. I mean, I love it, but I hate it. What do you know about Rudolph Lane?
Marmonts were holding a painter here. Rudolph Lane.
This is him.
Does that ring a bell?
I'm convinced.
The shame of a man.
I think you are Rudolph Lane.
I think you are, or were, Rudolph Lane.
Himself, a self-portrait, make them see.
Look, I might be able to help you, but I need information, cooperation.
No brush, just himself.
Oh my god, it's so dark. I was gonna say, sir, you don't need to yell, but he has every right to yell. In the last couple of episodes, it's been bad. It has not been any good at all. So, I understand. Can I actually try this again then? I understand his anger. I mean, I obviously
Sublevel 4.
have no idea what he's going through, but I give him me as Agent Estevez, give him the permission to act out, because they literally killed him. We learned in the last episode that he basically died and put his remains on a canvas, aka a big wall in his cell, because he was not even given a normal place
Nice office.
to live. This is, I mean, the office is nice, but the rest of this is just awful. Look at this. It's just been bad, and it makes me feel terrible because this is giving the FBC a shitty name, because some of its people just couldn't keep themselves on course. It happens. It probably happens more often than not. So I'm basically grieving for everything, which I think is valid, right? I think it's valid. Okay, let me look at my map super quick. Shifting geometry bullshit. That seems like a spoiler. Okay. Yeah, okay, so this is because we would go in through a door here and we would end up at the beginning, so I guess that it makes sense. Okay, so let's go back. And oh, hold on, there were notes. Okay, here. Living, painting, altered entity, transform person. Transform person? Connected to the hostile painted entities. Rudolph Lane. Project Arbitus, led by D. Marmont. Wake pages. Wake manuscript pages. Ellen Wake involved. Emulating Wake's writing, fabricating Wake's pages. Ed Booker abducted to write. Okay, so let's... What's this? Okay. Okay. So we've got quite a lot to do, and
Come on.
Ooh. Okay. Take it easy, take it easy. Oh my. This is all under? Upstairs. Easy. We can just run back into the light if we need to. We can just run back into the light if we need to. Sorry, what was that? This place looks really sick. If you disregard all of the bodies all over the place and the mysterious noises coming from who knows where. We got this, we got this, we got this. I'm glad that there... Can I not grab that? We have plenty of room. Maybe I grabbed it and it's just bugging out. Okay, I got 2 shots left. God. So we gotta... Oh God. First instinct should be to run. Second instinct would be to shoot. Oh, I see it coming. Oh God. First instinct is to run. Oh God. There's so many of them. First instinct should be to run. Didn't realize that there'd be taken here. This is a maze. Oh my God.
Yes, incredible music.
Where am I going? I don't know where I'm going, but I definitely need to switch. Okay. I don't like this one bit. They've been taken. That's really just the most awful way to go. Okay, this is a maze. This is just a maze. Am I gonna be okay? Good news is that the painting people go back in after I leave their area, so that's good to know. But where am I going? God. I hear. It's okay. Just keep running. Just keep running. Whoa! Run, run. I really don't have enough to take them all down. Not good. Not good. Oh. We somehow made it. Somehow made it. It's okay. It's okay. Deep breath. Deep breath. Somehow made it.
Something isn't right. It might be best to fill the test.
This is her song.
Feels like my heart already stopped. Too much stress. Bones to reset. Deep press. 6 deep breaths. Forget all the rest. Go. I gotta let go of everything that I've ever known. Deep press. Slow. Gotta take it slow. 'Cause that's the fastest way that I know. Deep press. 6 deep breaths till the fear subsides. 6 deep breaths till the
I mean, I like it, but I feel like I'm really just spending too much time. I cannot read that. What does that say? Password. Oh, cool. 685298. I accidentally double clicked. Okay. We're gonna ignore the music and my dog snoring in the background, and we're gonna keep going. This is from 5 years ago. Diana, I just received a letter from Darling about a request you made to bring in live subjects. What were you thinking? Do you know how that looks? I see. What did he say? Was it approved? No, he refused. You know protocol does not allow this sort of thing, and he says he will be making a trip to the lake house to check in on us soon. Like we are children. This is 5 years ago. Okay. This is very bad for our reputation, Diana. Please, if you have an idea like this, come to me first. Of course he's not going to say yes. Considering the details on the new page we have found, I believe we need to abandon the research into Alan Wake's writing. We must not endanger our staff. So, he didn't want this. Okay, that's good. This is from Diana. Don't pretend like you're worried about them, Jules. You're just looking out for your own ass. The fact that the pages are detailing future events mean they are the correct method. We have to learn how to harness their power and dictate events to meet our goals, not Wakes, whatever those may be. The ADTs are producing better and better results. We just need to keep doing the work. No, Diana. This is from Jules again, if you didn't. I'm looking at the page right now. Constant imbalance, out of control, a crack in the lake house. If we continue this research, we will lose our facility. Perhaps more than that. What is the point of succeeding if we are dead? I am head of research here, and I forbid you from proceeding. And then she retorts, you can't forbid anything. You're not going to keep me from the most important work of my life. If you're too much of a coward to keep pushing ahead, then I'll finish what we set out to do here alone. We have plenty of ongoing lines of research. I suggest you pick one and leave Wake's writing to me. You always needed me more than I needed you. Holy shit. Official complaint from P. Greenberg to J. Watterson. Hello, Dr. Mammon. I receive your formal complaint about Jules' behavior. You claim he is maliciously keeping research material away from your team, but he says they have simply been misplaced. I understand you're frustrated, but I recommend giving his team a week or so to find the pages and return them to your team. If this issue persists at that point, then let's discuss your desire to escalate the issue. Does that sound agreeable? Sincerely, Harry Kingston. I agree with how Harry is choosing to deal with this, but my question is Harry here? Or is he somewhere else? Because
the Marmont's ambitions had finally been realized. Jules had dangled the painting like a lure and hooked an ocean. Their machines couldn't hold it. A fault in the system. The water rushed in, filled it until it was ready to burst. All their successes and failures had led them here. The work had made them into monsters. But the lake house was still theirs. It always would be. They could feel an outsider trespassing in their labs. I know you're here, they called out to the dark. They hunted floor by floor. They wouldn't let the intruders stop their progress. This was their home, their beloved tomb beneath the waves.
oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So everything obviously came to a head and overflowed and everybody died. Is there a way that I can turn this off?
I gotta let go
Let's see, what does this say? Probably not, because there's an audio log over there. So again, we'll just have to animal it. Follow-up report. This is from May. On the morning of Redacted, the musician... Okay, keep going. The musician held at the lake house for research purposes was discovered missing from her cell. Security footage of the cell from the night before was damaged by electrical interference of an undetermined nature. Redacted, professionally known as Redacted, had produced a song called 6 Deep Breaths during her time at the lake house that was considered very promising as research material by Dr. Marmont. Redacted somehow used her song to orchestrate her escape. Efforts to find Redacted were brief, with any wider search considered an unacceptable risk to the lake house's mandate of confidentiality. So she made up this song, and because it's art, she was able to escape. That's so cool. Okay, action to be taken. A, an investigation is currently ongoing as to whether any staff at the lake house were involved in the disappearance of Redacted. B, an investigation is currently ongoing as to whether the subject used the song they created as a redacted means of escape. C, all material related to and work produced by Redacted will be stored in the archive for further reference. D, online checks for the public reappearance of Redacted are to be performed weekly. Known web addresses associated with Redacted in the past. Known addresses with perutilitarian/AWE activity. Redacted. This House of Dreams blogspot. It's a blogspot. Redacted. Siren Society. Redacted. Blessed. Redacted. Etc. For the full up-to-date list, refer to Redacted. That's so cool. I love that idea. Okay, we got more reading material. Project Arbitus, the definition of art, a study. To truly comprehend the threshold within Cauldron Lake, we must first understand its attraction to art. However, even the definition of art as is varied by the range of crafts that fall under the same name. To that end, we must open a track of research dedicated to defining and quantifying art, ultimately rendering the concept into a unit of measurement. To begin, let's not try to understand humanity's definition of art, but rather Cauldron Lake's preferences. Past cases of Cauldron Lake's threshold affecting reality have centered on writing. Wake, 2010. Cinematography is also suspected, though not directly confirmed. Zane, 1970. What about other mediums? We will need to test the viability of painting, poetry, music, photography, sculpting, dance, and so on. Not to mention the myriad of genres or methods which within each medium. And what about crafts outside of the most common artistic expressions? Does any act of creation on a high level of expertise merit the title of art? Baking, woodworking, etc. What about non-physical mediums? Why is music an art and philosophy is not? Does something become art due to its medium, its quality, or perhaps simply through the intent of expression, or an equation made up of all three? What would be the order of importance? What thresholds must each factor for the equation to succeed? It's a lot of questions, rapid fire questions. Clearly there is much to determine. We must begin with developing a methodology using a vast range of arts and general creative endeavors, both physical and mental, and find a way to test their potential connection to Cauldron Lake's threshold. Cauldron Lake is an enigma with many layers to pull away if we are to understand it and ultimately bring it under control. The work will take years. Why do you have to control it, though? Why do we have to try and control everything? This is like trying to control a hurricane. It ain't gonna work. Okay, I hope that we'll be able to listen to this.
September 13th, 2023. Notes regarding the concept of the tortured artist. A romanticized image of the sensitive artistic temperament, yes. But there may be truth in the cliche. It's no secret Rudolph Lane has been unhappy here for years. But the aggregate data shows his art's viability score trending upward over time. If Jules hadn't neglected to hold regular psychological exams, then we could have quantified the subject's emotional state, creating a sort of distress rating to compare against the art score. I'll make this a sub-goal of my study of Edward Booker. Once we set the variables and establish a control reading of his art and mental state, then we can begin inducing negative emotion. Limited food and water, perhaps. An increasingly tight eating space. Mrs. Absolute's lost his subject, though. Need to be careful not to leave any sharp objects in Booker's cell.
This is so difficult to hear because they are capitalizing on the misery. Whoa, what is that? It's nothing. Everything is just kind of wiggly in this place, so I guess it's fine. What do I do? Go to the experimentation site on level 5. But why am I here then? Why am I on 4? Okay. Battery pack. Yeah, I couldn't pick up that battery. Can I go to the other side? I could. Is there anything here, though? Oh, God. It's okay. Okay, I just want to make sure there's nothing here, right? Okay, definitely not, because it's getting to the point where... You remember several... I'm starting to lose my voice, I think. Several episodes ago, there was a part where I ran into darkness and I couldn't get out. It was because I reached the end of the world and there was not really an... Oh, there's something here too. There was no invisible wall. Map updated. This is December, years ago, 2017. Annual report threshold study. Progress in the lake house's directive to understand and suppress the Cauldron Lake threshold has improved this year. So maybe they want to control it to suppress it so that it's not doing all of this crazy shit. Because the threshold is letting in, is letting out the means for people to become taken. And the only way to end a taken is to put them down because they're essentially zombies at that point. So if they want to do that, okay. If they want to do it to harness some sort of power to get an edge in, I don't know, war or politics, then I don't approve of that at all. Research in the areas of threshold energy detection and measurement have made great strides. See reports WY 113 through 139, allowing us to work with the investigations department in the construction of an early warning system near the shore of Cauldron Lake. We've seen this. We went there and we had a look. Exploring the relationship between the shadow and sources of light continues to be difficult without active threshold manifestations to test against. Additional means of contamination and offensive measures against the shadow have similarly been difficult to develop without active AWEs through theoretical research continues. Research into threshold suppression techniques is ongoing with no clear determination regarding their viability possible at this time. The team has been testing counter-frequency projection in the vicinity of Cauldron Lake per mandate V29HD, with all findings being sent to Dr. Darling as requested. In summary, 2017 has been a successful year with future promising breakthroughs predicted for 2028. No, 2018. Goodness gracious. This is September 12th. This is 3 years later. Research mandate. Okay, so this was before the hiss. This is after the hiss. Before Dr. Darling was lost in the lockdown of the oldest house, he tasked the lake house with discovering the nature of the shadow and its ability to convert art into reality. So he came here before the hiss, and now he has vanished. I got you. Okay, at least they're keeping it consistent because I was a bit confused. During our diligent research into this phenomena, It's become clear that Darling was not dreaming big enough, which leads us to the new goal of the lake house and its talented staff to create a stable connection between Cauldron Lake Threshold and our own dimension. This is when they started playing with fire, because Darling wasn't around anymore. A laboratory will be built on sublevel 5 where experimentation related to linking with the threshold will be performed. This location will take full advantage of our proximity to Cauldron Lake. In this laboratory, we will simultaneously develop machinery that can connect with the AWE site in the lake and use art as the focal point to create the bridge. I just thought of something, but I'll talk about it after this. Precise methods are yet to be determined, though teams will soon be formed to explore processes involving art as a dimensional anchor and reality manipulation via art and machine-assisted coupling. Signed, both of the doctors. Okay. Is there anything else here that I can do? Maybe not. And now I have to get to 5. 5 is not here. It said that the map was updated. So I wonder what exactly was updated. Abducted to... Yeah, we saw that. I love how she's taking notes on the side of this. It makes it feel more... realistic? Oh my god, Mega, just freaking run. Just freaking run. I don't know what this is, but just freaking run. It's the beginning. So once I got past the maze, it kind of just went back to normal. I wonder why. Oh. This locker has 2 sets of doors. Fascinating. Okay, so the thing that I was thinking about before, let's do a very quick save, is that in recent years, I've begun to listen to music and look further into the meaning of the lyrics, right? Like, I did that shit in high school for high school stuff, but after that, I just didn't care.
Geometry. Yeah, great.
But we already did that, so we don't have to worry about it, right? Looks gorgeous, though. And I'm assuming that everything above might be black rock, but it's still got in, so it's fine. But anyways, so what I've noticed is that a handful of artists refer... Wait, is here? No, it's just her. A handful of artists refer to depression or...
elevator.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Or a lack of happiness or addiction or trauma. They refer to it as drowning. And that reminds me of when Alan says it's not a lake, it's an ocean. Because a lake is only so big, but an ocean is endless. So could they be possibly referring to this loss of self, because they're being taken, right? Their dark, negative emotions affect them in such a way that they lose themselves, that they become a slave to their base instincts, including depression or hatred, jealousy, just, as I said, negative emotions. What the hell is the elevator? Do you kind of see where I'm going with this? Because I've kind of lost my train of thought. Thinking about the elevator, I've kind of lost my train of thought. Alright. Not really happy about this, but... Why is it like this? Is it because of the... Alright, I'm assuming I don't go there. I can hear them. I can hear so many things. I really wish I couldn't. Oh! Okay, hold on. Let me get back into the light very quick so I can feel a bit safer. Okay. So this yellow cord goes here. Oh! the shit out of me.
I can't find the details anywhere. That bastard is hiding them. All those years, he steals credit for my ideas and my work, and now he's scared of being plagiarized? Oh, that is really fucking rich, Jules. Oh, and he's reportedly misplaced the manuscript pages I need for my work. Suddenly, the exact pages that I need to reference have just vanished. He is actively impeding critical bureau research. I mean, if he can do that, then what is stopping me from going down to that lab? And I don't know, just inverting the amplifiers or misaligning the receivers or both. It's the same thing in principle.
No.
He booked the lab. Some big experiment tomorrow. I can't find the details anywhere. That bastard is hiding them. All those years, he steals credit for my ideas and my work, and now he's scared of being plagiarized?
Okay.
Oh, that is really fucking rich, Jules.
I want to read this.
Oh, and he's reportedly misplaced the manuscript pages I need for my work. Suddenly, the exact pages that I need to reference have just vanished. He is actively impeding critical bureau research. I mean, if he can do that, then what is stopping me from going down to that lab? And I don't know, just inverting the amplifiers or misaligning the receivers or both. It's the same thing in principle.
Whose paintings are these? Okay, this is also new.
Some big experiment
From
tomorrow.
Dr. Casper Darling. This is from 2019, head of research.
Bastard is hiding.
To the both of the doctor, something to get you started. I couldn't stop thinking about this new direction for the lake house after I got back to New York. I hope pivoting to research threshold blanks reality manipulation effect wasn't going to be too much of a shock for you. It seemed... Oh my goodness. It seemed like your work on contamination was stalling, so I decided you could all use a fresh start. Here's something to get you started. Some drawings made by a certain redacted a while back. Files 6D001 through 6D004 found in the attached envelope. Just for any reaction they may trigger with the shadow. Still don't know how unscientific that name is. You can designate the artist as P6 in your records. That's Dylan. That's Dylan. I expect regular updates. Go team. That P6 is Dylan, isn't it? I didn't realize that Dylan was such a good artist. That's unexpected.
And now he's scared of being plagiarized?
I hope that we can save him in the future. I mean, not because he's an artist, but because I think that he was wronged. And it's kind of like the more I delve deeper into the shitty shit that some of these scientists have done, the more I feel for the people. I'm at a loss because some of the objects clearly needed to be contained, but Dylan was kidnapped essentially because of his potential to be a director, and that friggin' sucks. Wait, is P6 Dylan or is that Jesse? I'm assuming it's Dylan because this was before Jesse came, right? Jesse came after the hiss. Okay, buckle up your asses. I'm sorry, there's just so much to think about. There's so much lore. And I need to keep referencing it to remind myself, so I hope it's helpful for you as well, because I'm just rambling.
Oh, Jesus. 1, 2, 3.
Sublevel 5.
Is that the wall? Shut down the experiment. See, I'm incredibly conflicted because we should not be experimenting on humans. But people like Alan are in the wrong hands can be incredibly dangerous. So it's like what do you do? What can you do? I only have 2 ammos, so let's hope that this is not a boss fight, because I'm gonna struggle.
The Marmonts had opened the door into Cauldron Lake's threshold. It was forced, it was unstable. Shutting the experiment down was the only option.
But don't get too cocky, because it's not gonna be... Oh! Oh god, oh god. Where is your gun, girl? Oh. Did he kill him? Oh. Who was that? Oh. She is also taken. But she has enough in her to kill her husband? Holy. Oh my lord. Oh my. Yeah, I feel the same. He's dead. Leave him, please. This is too much. Oh my god. Oh.
Typical fucking...
Alright, how is this typical? Oh my god. Come closer, please. Hi. There we go. Sheep. God, oh my god. I do have heals. Sheep. Ma'am, you need to stop. I don't think that's enough. Yes. Okay. I don't have a lot. Oh my lord. Okay, I definitely need to get rid of them. That is not it. I died. I'm gonna die. I'm definitely gonna die. Blowing the coat off of her body. I don't know why I couldn't shoot. They wouldn't let me. So... there's gotta be something else that I could use. Oh my god. It's not letting me. Okay. We're okay. It wasn't so bad. It wasn't so bad. It was just a bit panicky. It's okay. Look, I know you're angry.
I know what the Marmonts did to you, to Rudolph Lane. I will do whatever I can to make sure this kind of thing doesn't happen again.
If you did wait, he could never wash away.
The Marmonts are
The
dead.
Marmonts are dead. I don't know if that's any sort of consolation, but it's done.
The pain, it was all over him.
The threshold is tearing itself apart. I need to shut this down.
Look, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I know you didn't make a choice here. It's not fair, but I have to shut this threshold down before it fractures.
I mean, technically, yeah, but what choice did we have? Are we in the between? Like where Wake and Saga talk to each other?
Agent Estevez stood in the forest just outside of Bright Falls.
Yeah.
She watched her team detain Alan Wake and Elmo Costa, stuffing them into black SUVs. She realized this was the moment Wake had been writing in the vision she had seen. The story was coming true. She pushed the thought out of her head. It had been a good tip, a way to find Wake. Nothing more.
Alan Wake!
Oh.
After the threshold event collapsed, I was back at Cauldron Lake. But for a moment, I was somewhere else. I saw Alan Wake there. He was writing about me finding him in Bright Falls, in the woods. It was a good tip. I called the surviving members of my team, and I told them to meet me there.
That's where they arrested him, but it was not him.
These cases, they never get less ambiguous or easier. This one, this was tough. Because protocol says entities like the Taken are monsters, threats. But the Marmonts were monsters way before the Shadow got to them. So at the end of the day, what's the difference?
I would argue in their defense they were being influenced by the Cauldron Lake AWE. I don't feel like they were like that before they came here. Looking for release.
I gave Ed Booker a ride back to town, told him never breathe a word about this. Didn't even bother detaining him, bigger fish to fry. And, that's it. So if you were thinking, Jesus, this lady's an asshole. Well, now you know why. You've only seen one case like this. I've seen a career's worth. I was just trying to spare you the headache.
Thanks for that. Honestly, thanks for that. You know what? During the last chapter song, I had some time to think, and it's entirely possible that the Marmonts were not influenced by Cauldron Lake. I think maybe I'd have to play this a couple times more to really let it sink in. But I think that Agent Estevez might be right. I think that they maybe were monsters before all of this started to happen. Because I'm pretty sure that they came to the lake before it started acting up again. And when it started acting up, they leaned into it 100% and took advantage. Okay. We'll keep going just a little bit longer because I cannot control myself when it comes to this title. It's nice that everything is open. Is this... I don't think that this is what I need to look at. Here. This one. That's the unfortunate thing, right? Like, you want to give people the benefit of the doubt, but it's entirely possible that they were monsters before. and they just let the monsters out.
The cult didn't trust Wake. Or is it Scratch?
Collect.
Wake isn't the first person the Dark Presence disguised itself as.
Okay. My goodness, we have a lot of reading. Transcript of interview with subject Alan Wake, suspected para-utilitarian, location Bright Falls, Washington. Interviewer Karen Estevez, lead agent. K.E. Mr. Wake, you have been taken into FBC custody and will receive an in-depth interrogation at a later date. But for now, I need to ask if there's anything you can tell us regarding the incident at the hotel. Anything we may need to know. AW, there is a force here you don't understand. A presence, it's after me. It wants to consume me and consume everything. K.E. Yes, you mentioned this dark presence before. Why does it want you? AW, it feeds on artists, on the art they create. It wants me because of my writing, but it can be any form of art, any artistic expression. Music, painting, film, photography. It can feed on any of it, all of it. You have to believe me. K.E. We are aware of this identity, Mr. Wake. We've been tracking the situation here for a long time now. You yourself have been on our radar for over a decade. I'm sure those nuts in the research department are just going to love checking you out. Hey, make a note to redact that before submission. Let's get back on track. You mentioned a light switch earlier. Where is it now? AW, I don't know, but I need it. I can't end this without it. Will you help me get it? This is Scratch that she has been talking to, because Wake is still lost. K.E. Mr. Wake, you are in custody pending charges for breaching of numerous federal violation codes. We're not going to give you a suspected paranatural object. AW, you're not expletive listening to me. K.E. We are listening just fine. Now, do you have any accomplices? AW, expletive you. Let me... the expletive out of here. It's coming for me. We're all in danger. Interview was terminated due to subject being uncooperative. Well, so, yep. Report, supplement, read the shadow summary. Through extensive interviews with witnesses of AWE 35, additional details regarding the shadow A10 have been discovered. Redacted and redacted, both present during AWE. Reported seeing a woman named Barbara Jagger in Bright Falls at the time. Jagger is a former actress and Bright Falls resident who immigrated with filmmaker Thomas Zane from Finland and was reported to have drowned in Cauldron Lake during a redacted AWE in 1970. And then, okay. Research staff have concluded that Jagger's appearance is likely a case of the shadow manifesting in a human form. Research is ongoing as to the nature of the connection between the shadow and the psychophysical signatures available for it to mimic. Current hypotheses are: A, the shadow can only manifest as artists or individuals tangentially involved in the creation of art who have operated within a certain physical range of Cauldron Lake. B, the shadow can manifest as any individual contained, definition needed, within Cauldron Lake. So because she went into the lake, it took her form. Does that mean that Alice could have also potentially become one of them? Research is actively ongoing. See file 38 45 3 1873 for a full report. I have so many questions. I don't think they'll all be answered, but it's good to know I have them, I guess.
The lake is a gateway to the dark place. What the hell is a para-utilitarian?
Good question. I had the same question months ago as well. Deployment order urgent situation. Urgent situation at approximately 1900 hours on 13 September 2023. Readings from a remote surveillance unit monitoring Cauldron Lake, a known threshold to what researchers theorize is the original dimension of A40, the shadow, past acceptable limits. Attempts to contact FBC research facility WA03, codenamed the Lake House, were unsuccessful. On-site verification is not possible. Response procedures are initiated with immediate effect. Lead Agent K. Estevez will mobilize investigation unit beta from the remote operations site at Redacted. I see, so it's remote operations, which I kind of suspected, right? Because the actual headquarters is shut down. All available Shadow-specific equipment, Lot 4 through 11B, has been approved for use in the field. Objectives. To confirm an active event, if an active AWE is occurring, the dispatch team will identify its nature and severity, limit exposure, and attempt to contain or neutralize the source. You know what I'm just realizing? That Black Rock grenade launcher was in the recently implemented DLC, and that just came out last month, so we're definitely not going to be able to use it as Saga, which is so sad because it was such a fantastic gun. I mean, in the way it was conceptualized, I love it. If no event is active, check monitoring equipment, perform a limited profile sweep of the area, and check status of the lake house and its staff. Additional information relevant operations in the area include the Cult of the Tree Redacted and Alan Wake currently missing. What is Redacted? Cult of the Tree. Okay. Alright. Item classification request 194-F. Summary of findings, description, para-utility. Based on reports, the item is a light switch from a light cord with a part of the severed cord still attached. Eyewitness accounts suggest that the item possesses the ability to alter reality. The changes being based on Redacted when used by a capable para-utilitarian. So you have to be a user, not a user, a wielder, I want to say, because not anybody can just come in and use it. That's interesting. Parsing this item's effect from that of the Cauldron Lake threshold responsible for reoccurring AWEs in the area is difficult because the only reported use of the item have occurred near this threshold. Okay. Without more data, we cannot confirm if the item intensifies the effect of the threshold or vice versa, or if there is no connection whatsoever. Recorded material from Dr. Hartman after becoming a Redacted have revealed that Alan Wake eliminated Barbara Jagger, likely a physical manifestation of a Redacted, by inserting light switch into its chest and flicking the switch. Yeah, even at the time, it sounded super sick and it looked really awesome, but how it actually worked is still a mystery, isn't it? The item is confirmed to have been used in 2010 to turn fictional writing into reality. See file AWE30. However, it's unclear what the restrictions and limitations of this effect are. Conclusion: the light effect is a possible OOP, which we all know is object of power, but the team cannot conclusively classify the item based on secondhand accounts. Proper examination and testing is required in order to determine classification and precise effect of an item. Okay, I guess since we finished reading all of that, we gotta go into our brain. It's been a long time since we've been in here. Do we have anything that we gotta look at? Weapon upgrades for sure. Let's take a look at that super quick. I will absolutely forget to do this otherwise. Pistol is a need. Shotgun complete. Let's see. Oh, another headshot. Land 2 headshots in quick succession to stun an enemy. Well, active auto fire mode. I'm gonna wait till we get this. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to get those pages because quite a lot of the locks recently I haven't been able to open just for whatever reason. Okay. What other stuff do we have? We have a lot. Lunch boxes. These are both Bright Falls. I'm just gonna throw these in, right? Looks like another piece of fanfiction. Someone is having some vivid fantasies. We all know who that is, and honestly, I think it's fine. The note inside mentions the story. Is this person aware of the horror story too? You know what I'm thinking? Fanfiction is also art. Isn't Rose at risk? Bright Falls. Bright Falls. I haven't been able to finish all of these either. I'm pretty sure that there are a couple that I've missed. Just because I was missing pieces. Location, our ranger station, Bunker Woods and Boatyard. I'm not loving... Okay. Oh. I'm not loving the depiction of the mom as a horrible beast with a pointy nose. Kids can be cruel, I guess. I guess? Saga, you have a child. I'm sure that she has said really mean things at some point. Is the moral of the story here to feed anyone who rings your doorbell? This is very odd. I mean... if you want to prevent them from eating your face off, maybe. This is case closed.
Investigating the story's lies led me to a family I didn't know I had. Or was finding them part of the story too. Maybe it doesn't matter.
I think that's super cool that she was able to reconnect with her family, even after her mother's death. Wake's story created surreal and a disturbing alternate life for me. Okay, but it also reveals something. I do have roots in this town. That makes sense as to why he wrote her in, but why specifically her? I'm not sure. Wake in the clicker. And we got... and there's also something I need to look at after this, so we'll do that pretty quick. Threshold to another reality. To rescue. Wake status. Maybe this? No, maybe it's a new one altogether. What is this? Wake attacked. Embassy file. Dark presence formed. Would this one be this one? Yeah.
I need to know what information I can still trust.
Okay. Scratch pretended to be Wake. Used us for how long? The whole time? Can anything Wake said be trusted? It also makes sense as to why he had some pages, because Scratch was also writing them on the clicker. According to the file, Wake has used the clicker to change reality before. No. Is this a new one then?
Keep trying.
What is this one? Threshold to another reality. Maybe how to rescue him. Yeah. Wake's in the dark place, and Cauldron Lake is the threshold to it. Okay. There was... oh, shoot. Am I going to be able to find it? Lost on where? Oh, it's here. I want to read this. I don't want to actually, because there's only just one thing. Lightning hit the dark figure on the cliff, and with that, he was gone. The old gods, the coursers of the night, and the dark one who yearned to stand in between, who had always stood in between, who would soon stand in between. Isn't that Door? Door has always been in between, right? Even his show is called Between the Door or something like that. We help you. You stay away from our family. Snarled over the thunder. Yes, until you all come to me, came the answer. That's never gonna happen, shouted Odin. I will take this as collateral so you'll remember our deal, said the Dark One. Blood arched from Odin's face as he fell to his knees. Lightning hit the dark figure on the cliff, and with that he was gone. After playing the DLC, I feel like this is probably Door. I'm not sure. What do I do now? Okay, we ask Estevez. Still have a lot of... I'm hoping a majority of my questions will be answered. But we'll have to see. I'm going to save super quick. Because we did quite a lot, and I don't want to do that again. Know anything about the clicker?
Scratch told me the clicker can be used to change the story. Does that match your understanding of this thing?
Yeah, the light switch is a paranatural item, maybe even an object of power. We have verified reports that Alan Wake was in possession of it during the AWE here back in 2010. It definitely has power. We know that much.
I can come up with a plan. I always do.
Deduction available. Okay. I always like how Estevez looks incredibly serious. Like, her eyes are always just... when you're talking to her, her eyes are always wide open. So it's like she's always realizing something shitty is gonna happen. I don't know. It's probably just me. Okay, so I think we have 2 profilings, right? We had one from our grandpa, and then I don't see the other one. It could be at the wall. But let's do Trusting Wake.
Wake told me the clicker would fix this. But Wake was actually Scratch. How can I trust anything he said?
The artist must conclude his work. He rides a storm on your peace.
Wake up and smell the danger. We told you already, kiddo. What Tom said about the light switch is true. Don't let the story confuse you. You need him to write the ending you want. The clicker can make that ending come true.
But we don't have Wake. Everything we knew about the clicker was true. He wasn't lying.
So what I'm getting from this is the clicker is a period at the end of the sentence. It finalizes and it solidifies. Where I come up with a new plan. Is there something here? Because I did see something. Oh, it's man, take it easy. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself because I am just so excited. It's gone. Where did that file go? This one. Yeah, okay. Estevez, the FBC identified the clicker as a paranatural item. They believe it has power. So it's definitely useful. Rescuing Wake.
The clicker can fix this. But I can't use it without Wake. Tor knows about this stuff. Maybe he can help.
Clicker is still the best option. Need Wake's help to write the ending / change reality. I'm wondering if the only person who can actually do it is Alan or the Shadow, because they were the ones originally who started the story. Like, if you call in an author to write something and then the next installation is written by somebody else, is it really the same story? It's told from somebody else's point of view. Rescuing Wake.
Wake is still in the dark place. How do I get him out?
We live and breathe rock and roll. From the silence of screams, from the fever of dreams. The clicker can amp up other works of art, not just Tom's writing. Anything created with passion. The dark power of the lake will make it creep into reality. But if the holder of the clicker believes in the art, they can make it all come true in the flick of a switch.
I can use the clicker without Wake. Only Wake's writing can change the horror story. But I can use the clicker to change something else. Like getting Wake out of the dark place.
Okay, you lost me. You lost me, but I think that over time, I'll be back. There's just so much happening at the same time, right? And the lore it's concrete, but it also isn't concrete, if that makes any sense. The clicker can be used by anyone as long as the holder believes in the power of the art's message.
I will use the clicker to change reality and bring Wake back at Cauldron Lake. I'll need the right work of art, but that won't be a problem.
I see. So if she has something depicting Alan here and uses the clicker on it, then Alan will be here. That makes sense. I get that all of it is...
I've got it now. I just need to tell the others what to do and fix everything. For good.
Sir, I'm incredibly concerned about you, though. Okay, I've got a plan.
So we need Wake to fix the story, right? That hasn't changed. So here's what I have. Wake's still trapped in the dark place, under the lake. I think we can use the clicker to get him out. But first, we need a work of art. Something other than his story. And that'll get him here.
I'm not filling out the paperwork for this one. I wouldn't know where to start. But I'm sold.
Okay. Look, this feels like something that once we get the ball rolling, there's no turning back. You sure you have it all figured out?
This is the point of no return. This is the beginning of the end of the game. To travel to Cauldron Lake, you need to save your game first. Exploring and traveling to other areas will be limited if you choose to continue. I cannot...
Not just yet. Give me a moment.
Okay, Anderson. You let me know when you're ready.
I cannot believe we're already here. I am devastated. I'm super excited, but also devastated. Okay. Let me check the map really quick and see if there's anything that I want to do, because we have a lot. I wish that I could zoom out to look at the other places. There are a ton of... Oh, conversation, new choice. Okay. Let me go talk to Ilmo super quick. I didn't realize that we were so close to the end, and I have said this several times. I want to reiterate, I'm not 100%ing this right now, and I apologize if you expected to see a 100% ending. I can't do it. I'm gonna leave the boxes that I haven't unlocked, and because I really just don't have the time to go back and do everything. I wish that I did. The town still needs you.
I'm gonna deal with the situation, Ilmo. But the town will need protection until we sort this out. I could use your help.
Right.
I need to look at him.
I'll round up the gang. Whoever's left. We won't let these fucking monsters hurt any more of our people. We'll do my brother proud.
Thank you, Ilmo.
I was just about to say I want to live in a cute, quaint little place with beautiful, beautiful scenery and people with beautiful accents talking to me, and I kind of already do. So they're not finished, but it's fine. I mean, a beautiful accent is a beautiful accent. All right, we're calling this episode here for today. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. If you liked it, please go ahead and hit the like button. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, throw those babies down below. And if you want to continue this journey with me, go ahead and hit subscribe so you get a notification when the next episode is out. But until then, I'll see y'all later. Bye.